Happy Chris Mahana Kwanzaa to you. Now, for this project, what I'm going to be doing is making an icicle snowman ornament, which looks something like this when it comes right off the lathe. It was popularized by woodturner Nick Cook, who does them kind of in this format: one bead for a head, and then a tapered body and a hat. I'm going to be adding two, just more of a traditional snowman look. So the big differences between Nick Cook's version and my version are, number one, I add the middle section of the snowman body, and number two, the way that I do it, I probably use, I don't know, maybe like 3% of the skill. So if you ever get a chance to check him out doing it, absolutely go for that. Now this is a good project because you get to practice some beads and you get to practice using the skew chisel. You can batch these out and make quite a bit. I'll just go ahead and hop over to the video now and we'll just get started.
So I start out with the spindle roughing gouge, just kind of taking it down into round. It's a 1" by 1" maple blank, about 8 inches long. And then I'm going to go ahead, now that it's round, and swap over to the spindle gouge, where I'm going to make a kind of a V-cut for the top of the hat, which kind of gives it our starting point. From there, I'm going to slide down, do a little bit of a taper, which makes up the body of the snowman's hat, and going into warp speed here, but then I start to roll a couple beads for the head and the main section. The head, you want to make that one a weighted bead towards the top, which just means it's a little thicker on that side to make sure that it doesn't look like he's got kind of a skinny egg-shaped cone head going on. Finish out the middle section bead, and I'm switching back over to the spindle roughing gouge to remove a lot more mass to kind of make that taper down where the where the icicle body would come down, or the icicle base. I'm switching over to a skew chisel to do a planing cut, which really polishes it up. A little bit of a V-cut on the edges to give more definition, and do a bead on the bottom. Switching over to, of course, the exciting part, which is burning in the rim. I'm just using a piece of hardboard, but really any piece of, hardwood would work. And that gives the band a bit of a definition on the hat. And really makes it look sharp. Go back down. A little bit more cleanup on the top and bottom. Pulling back the tool rest, do a little bit of a sanding. Going at warp speed here just because, or in the video, because, sanding videos are not particularly fun to watch. You don't have to worry too much about details in the sanding because it's beads, although you do want to make sure that the rim of the hat is, steered clear. Bring down the cuts a little bit with the skew chisel. Normally I take it off. I don't quite know why I didn't do that with this one, but that's basically it for the production of Icicle Snowman Christmas Kwanzaa ornament. So, cut off the nubbins. Don't worry about the top one.
So this is a fun one if you have kids or anything, kids or grandkids or, neighbors who like to paint. They like to kind of go nuts and paint their own versions. Put a screw hook and a loop or a hook or something like that on the top and hang it on your Chris Mahana Kwanzaa tree or Festivus pole. I don't really care. And just go from there. So my name is Todd for Wood Frontier. If you like videos like this or cats, go ahead and subscribe. If you don't, then don't. Alright. Happy Chris Mahana Kwanzaa. Bye.